Oh, it looks like first match is here. Ladies and gentlemen, our first match is here. Reinerwahnsinn. I'm actually going to go turn on sound really quickly for you guys because we don't have any. And here we go. First round matchup is going to be Reiner versus Architect. Both tamers are going to be staring each other down as the first selections are going to be chosen here. First ban phase are coming through. A big good luck to both of our competitors just for even making it this far. This is no easy feat whatsoever. The first ban goes to Kinu on Architect's side. And the first ban goes to Yukama on Reiner's side. First selection is coming in. Staring at that Acronox there. Hovering over the Tulkun maybe instead. The lead is going to be Gunge on Reiner's side. 2 picks coming from Architect. Hovering over that 2-Vine there. 2-Vine has been showing itself in a lot of the comp scene. Has a good access to moves. Things like Feather Gatling and Turbine and even Noxious Bomb. 2-Vine's Berlin really showing itself and its place in the competitive scene. Nezla's also been really appearing a lot lately as well. The buffs to Waterblade and also just the buffs to Nezla itself. It's a great entry tem. Nezla is choice number 1. Still hovering that 2-Vine. 2-Vine is still being hovered here. It looks like it is going to be indeed Nezla and 2-Vine, and Gaialis comes in on Reiner's side to make our first 2 tems on each side revealed to us. Golthy is going to take the ban on Reiner's side. The return ban is coming in. Looks like it might be Yukama as it's being hovered right now. Block is running down as tamers wisely choose what they're going to be bringing into this matchup with them. Will it be Yukama? It will indeed be Yukama. Off there, after that ban, the selection of Tulkun comes on in. We have Grandpa being selected, and joining Grandpa is going to be 2Rock. Good morning, Gold Sword. How you doing? Looks like Size Munch and Hazrat are going to be the final selections, and Tulkun on the tail end there. And the match has begun. Here we go, folks. Skunch, Dialis, 2-Vine, and Nezla. And we're selecting their tem choices now as to what tem will be doing what. Nezla having the 2 immunity to lead. Might see some early swaps here, but we don't actually. We have the perfect jab coming over to Nezla, and because of the perfect jab, Skunch is going to be taking a boost to its stats. +1 speed there. A helicopter kick coming to the 2-Vine and Nezla. Nezla takes some damage. 2-Vine takes about 35% there. Thunder Strike coming over to the Skunch lane. Crystal Plume Gatling coming over to Skunch for another big hit there. Dropping it to 17%. 17% looking onto Skunch over here. Dialis at 100%, 65% 2-Vine, 38% Nezla. What a series of round 1 that we had there. Turn 1 looking very, very big. The +1 speed to Stunch looks like it might be moving first, but we have a swap from Nesla into Tulkin. Tulkin's going to be setting up the burn here. If it's Heater, it is indeed. 30% stamina, or sorry, 30% attack and special attack are going to be decreased for the burn targets this turn. We have a swap to Grandpa, the Oshi Dashi coming on in. 35% taken off with the Oshi Dashi. The hook up into Tulkin down to 69%. Tulkin's bait actually procs here. We have 2 immunity and 2 invigorize for the turn. Stunch is still hanging on by a thread of its tail that it is currently balancing on. What a another intense turn there to bring us into turn 3 here. Nesla has 2 minus defense after it's swapped out. Tulkin's bait is still giving it 1 turn each of being invigorized and also immune. Tulkin's Size Munch Hazrat sitting in the back for Reiner's side. And we have 2 Rock and 2 Vine and Nesla sitting on the back of Architect's side. This is going to be a very interesting turn of events here with the Ninja Jutsu to Grandpa. Going first with Stunch OXs, and it ends up dying there. Grandpa has its first aid kit proc, it looks like. Fiery Soul coming to the Gaialis, leading off of the sharp stabs to Grandpa. Grandpa survives because of the item. Gaialis has its bait proc, and it looks like that Gaialis is going to be hanging on for another turn. Turbo Geography with Synergy, that is +3 speed apiece to both Grandpa and Tulkin. That could be a huge advantage here. Massive, massive advantage here with the +3 speed. Heater comes on in, only affects Grandpa due to the Gaialis bait, and also because Tulkin is a Firebird. Not going to be affected by the Heater at all. Mom's Lunch also procs here. Gaialis is not going to get affected by the Mom's Lunch there. And Grandpa takes 1 exhaustion, and Tulkin also takes 1 exhaustion as well. Swap to the Size Munch here. Welcome on in, Size Munch. We have Fiery Soul coming over to the Size Munch for half damage. Takes a burn. Hypnosis from Grandpa coming over to the Tulkin lane. Tulkin is going to go take a nap on the field at the time that Reiner does not want it to take a nap. Now we're getting to a very pivotal part of the matchup here, folks, because we have Nesla with the -2 still, Grandpa and the Tulkin with the +3, with the Tulkin to sleep on Reiner's side. This is going to be a turn of being able to act, be able to get to the pivotal part of the match to see who's going to be taking round 1. Tulkin's deciding to swap here to take a nap on the bench while we have Gaialis coming on in its place. Hyperkinetic Strike, the huge hit onto Size Munch here. Very speedy, huge hit. Grandpa OX is down to a 5.3%. Windburst coming over to Size Munch, and it just hangs on. Size Munch is wrecked. Here we go, folks. Grandpa gets taken out there. Tulkin just survives with a 14%. Defense up 1 to Size Munch there due to the Earthbound. Tulkin is no longer asleep on the bench. It wakes up. Who is going to be joining Tulkin on Architect's side? The choices here are... 2 Vine is coming in instead. I wonder why the 2 Vine was a choice. Let's find out. Gaialis and Size Munch staring down the 2 Vine and Tulkin here in a very intense stare down to the Tamers as well. We have approached the mark of turn number 6 here. Turn number 6 is where we are at now. 4 Tems apiece. Tulkin and Size Munch have equal HP here, it seems. Nesla and Gaialis have about equal HP. If this was down to turns, it looks like Reiner would have the advantage just by health states, just barely. But that could change definitely after this next turn here. I don't know about you guys, but this is going to be a very, very close matchup. The Tulkun is going to be swapped out here. The 2-Rock is in. 2-Rock and 2Vine are tag teaming it up. Dialis is going to be swapping out to Tulkun. And all of a sudden we have an entire field of 2 wire birds. All the 2 birds are here. 2Y would be a very, very happy camper here, but the Size Munch gets taken out. Size Munch gets taken out here. That's going to be a difference maker for sure. Dialis is joining the Tulkun on Reiner's side. 2Vine having Sweatband to maintain its stamina a little bit more. That extra 10% is a big difference maker. And now it's determining on where this match is going to pivot from here, because Tulkun can have some fun with that 2Vine in the other lane. Nezla on the back bench is sitting on there with that Aquatic Whirlwind now. Dialis hook kick to the 2-Rock, big damage there. Is going with the Fire Tornado instead. It looks like 2Vine will no longer be with us after a huge Fire Tornado. Doesn't even bother with the Fiery Soul. Rockfall coming to the other opposite end field with the Dialis getting taken out with a bunch of rocks hitting it on the head. And all of a sudden it is now Tulkun and Hazrat versus Tulkun, 2-Rock, and Nezla. I think the big difference maker here is going to be that Nezla, though, with the Aquatic Whirlwind. I'm very, very worried about when that's going to be coming into play. Looks like we have Tulkun and 2-Rock versus Tulkun and Hazrat. Don't count out Hazrat, though. Hazrat is a very, very speedy Tem, and it can absolutely cause some havoc as well on the field. But the Tornado may not... may be the difference. Hazrat actually survives. Fiery Soul coming to the 2-Rock to give it some burn. Turbine coming to the Hazrat. The Hazrat gets doubled. Architect knowing and realizing the Hazrat can be an absolute danger and threat. And it decides to take it out. We have Tulkun versus Nezla, 2-Rock and Tulkun. Windburst coming to the Tulkun lane. Half damage there. Windburst coming to the 2-Rock lane. 2-Rock gets taken out. And now we have Nezla versus Tulkun. Or Nezla and Tulkun versus Tulkun. Chamomile Nezla. Just like the very beginning of the matchup that happened. There's the Aquatic Whirlwind that was being mentioned earlier. And that is actually the game decider. Round number 1. Goes to Architect. Congratulations, Architect, on round number 1. But don't go anywhere, folks, because we have round 2 coming up right away to make the best of 3.